This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We are at the Wolfpack Martial Arts. Since 2001, they have been impacting, empowering students by upholding the values of traditional martial arts. I'm here with Sensei Brian. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Why don't we start off, first of all, basically in 2004, you began basically studying here with the pack.
Yes.
In 2012, you acquired the dojo here. Share with us what got you involved in this type of work.
Originally, it was my my kids that went to to a class, and I got them involved. And then we weren't quite happy with the school, and so we decided to look somewhere else. And then we found Wolfpack Martial Arts, in which then I said, well, I can do this too. And so I got into my classes.
Is this something you ever envisioned yourself doing growing up, or is this something you've always thought about?
No, it was just something that when I took my kids to the classes, it's just like, I needed a little bit more exercise. I did 15 years in the Army, and I need a little bit more exercise, a little bit more discipline myself, and that's where I came.
Excellent. Let me ask you this. In our society today, we're a very instant gratification, go, go, go. We try to master things within a weekend. How do you think martial arts is really helping us today in our society, even possibly more than 20, 30 years ago?
Well, today, the kids are mainly the ones that are looking to get into martial arts. And once the kids get there, the parents kind of like, oh, yeah, we can do this just like myself. And they're more focused on trying to develop the character of the kid. We do that with the adults as well, but it's mainly the character development of the kid that we're really trying to touch.
Interesting. Share with us, if you will, some of the styles that you're able to learn here in your dojo, or in your den, as you call it. Let's start off, first of all, with Taekwondo.
Taekwondo, it's a Korean art, and we do a lot of kicks and punches. We have kind of a different stance than a normal Taekwondo out there. We're kind of like a Goju-Ryu based art, and the Taekwondo is kind of gets you into that self-defense frame of mind of not really being on the ground, but also not really being in close. It's just one of those kind of between me and you right here kind of contact.
So really kind of a lower stance. What about as far as the blocking and striking goes? Are some of the styles brought from karate in that way?
Yes, a lot of the strikes and the blocks come from a karate-based style. It's just each style has different ways of implementing the block and different ways of implementing the punch. And Taekwondo is, for me, one of the better arts for that.
Interesting. I notice on the walls here I see some weaponry. If folks want to use weapons, is this where the combat Aikido takes place? Is that right?
No, the combat Aikido is more of the up-close, very personal, in-your-face type of thing. We do a lot of joint locks, pain manipulation, and try to get the situation under control to where we feel safe.
Interesting. So weaponry. Basically, if someone comes in wants to do weaponry, is there a certain age that you start that at, or how does that work?
We typically don't offer the beginner to get into the weapons. Usually it's right around that green belt area, that our intermediate level, where they have their technique kind of somewhat solid, and that way then we can start offering weapons.
You are a certified training center for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Share with me some of what the students are going to be able to learn in that way.
Sure. The Gracie Jiu-Jitsu program is brand new in our school. It's been here 2 months now, and it is really focused on getting a bully-proof type of situation, just like we use in the Taekwondo area. But it's really focused on self-defense Jiu-Jitsu rather than a sports Jiu-Jitsu.
A pretty wide array is what folks can basically learn here. I mean, some schools out there, they focus on more of the sport of martial arts, maybe more competition, less on traditional, yet other ones focusing on self-defense, traditional. You really are trying to strike a perfect balance here, a little bit of each, is that right?
That's correct. The focus in my mission statement is self-defense. But I do push the competition, because you really don't know if you can actually do this unless you actually compete against other individuals and other arts.
Interesting. The arts themselves, they've been around for hundreds of years. I mean, all the way back to the 6th century. You've got Taekwondo. Are some of these disciplines relevant today, not only here in the dojo, but are kids able to take them out there in the work world, play world, that type of thing?
Yes, actually, I'm a perfect example of that. I started coming in with my kids, and my whole self-confidence just really raised the roof. My business interactions, improved out in the real world.
Did you feel that came from also competing in the sport as well? Because you have competed, and obviously it must benefit the students to actually work along somebody who has gone that road.
True. Yeah, I believe that my competition has really improved me as a person, martial artist, as well as a business person out there.
Let me ask you one thing here. As far as the competition goes, is what year do kids get started in that, and do you recommend a certain year, or do you also have males and females included?
That's a good question. Actually, me personally, and Wolfpack Martial Arts, just kind of generalize, we really don't we don't stop the youth from competing at a beginner age, but we prefer them to get more of a technique down, a little bit more self-awareness of their actions, and then they can compete. So on a bigger statewide tournament, I would like to have my intermediates kind of start, but we do hold in-school tournaments where those beginners get that experience as well.
Let me ask you this. How long have you been coming to the Wolfpack? Do you know?
About 1 or 2 years.
1 or 2 years. Back when you started, was this something your parents wanted you to do, or is this something you want to do?
I wanted to do.
How come?
Because I wanted to learn how to defend myself.
Excellent. And basically, you're a couple years into it now. Have you seen quite an improvement?
Yes.
Definitely share with me some of the improvements that you've seen. What have you learned a little bit?
Like side kicks, back kicks, front punches, and stuff like that.
What about in your confidence level? Do you think you're more confident now that you've been able to do this?
Yes.
Share with me, or do you have any brothers and sisters that actually do this with you?
I have my sister Fallon. She's in Little Dragons.
Excellent. And you guys get to spar a little bit together, or usually not?
No.
No? Who would hurt who?
Wait, what?
I said who would hurt who?
I would hurt my sister.
Okay, perfect. Let's say there's a kid out there watching TV. He's never done martial arts before. He's never done anything like this. Afraid to come on in here and do it. What would you tell them?
I would tell them, come on down. It's really fun and exciting. You get to learn lots and lots.
Excellent. Share with me, how long have you been coming here to the Wolfpack?
I have been here for a year.
For a year. And was this something that you wanted to do for yourself, or did your parents want you to do it?
Myself, I wanted to do myself.
What inspired you? Was it something you watched on TV or something you seen out there that made you go, hey, I want to do that?
It was from both. Like, I saw karate movies and I enjoyed it, and I saw kids doing it outside because they're being attacked.
Was it more difficult than it looks on TV?
It was, yeah.
And share with me, have you seen quite a bit of improvement here in the past year?
Yes, I have, sir.
And let me ask you one thing. Do you get any more confidence out of it, knowing that you're actually working on something little by little and trying to master it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, you got kids out there pretty much that's your age. They're thinking about coming down, trying something like this out. Maybe they're afraid to come in and try it. What would you tell them?
I will say come down to Wolfpack Martial Arts. Is the best martial arts school that you can enjoy and have fun and learn self-defense and defend yourself.
Let me ask you this, Gavin. How long have you been coming here to the Wolfpack?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? You're brand new here. Are you meeting and learning some new skills?
Yes.
What about new friends? Are you meeting some new friends here?
Yes.
Share with me what you've learned in the past 2 years that you think other kids would like learning.
Snap kicks.
Okay. And is this something that you want to do for yourself, or did your parents want you to come down and do this?
My parents wanted to come down and do this.
They wanted you to come down and do this. Now that you're doing it, do you enjoy coming every week?
Yes.
Someone out there, if you've got maybe there's a kid out there that's your age and he's never done something like this before, he's kind of scared to do it, what would you tell them?
It's okay.
It's okay. Perfect. You're done, my friend. This has to be great for youth out there, basically learning these disciplines, learning competition, learning self-confidence, like you said, you're a student of. Share with me your character development program. What is that like for students?
The character development program, we have two different sides to that. We have the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu side as well as the Taekwondo side, in which each month has a different theme to it, and then we actually do sit down and we do a mat chat at the end of each class, and we talk about what that particular character trait is. And then on the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu side, it's one topic every 2 months. So again, they sit down, we talk about it. For instance, like November, the Taekwondo topic is results, in which we sit down with the kids and said, okay, what is the result? Is the result good or bad? If it's a bad result, do you learn from it? And so the whole thing of just trying to get them to think of, oh, okay, it's improving my character.
Wonderful. Not only improving the character of each individual out there, but you're also improving the community. Basically giving back to the community, your project-based leadership. What does that involve?
Actually, the project leadership actually just started this year. I actually went through the Ultimate Black Belt test this last year and culminating at the end of April this year, where the project-based leadership gets you to think of even just a small project of going in and collecting cans or something like Care and Share and making a project involving more students, kind of projecting a little bit of your leadership, trying to get them to help you out, okay? And then you go on, and it's self-fulfilling, and you know, a simple project is just what it really takes.
And actually simplicity is where it's at. If they don't complicate it, basically get other kids involved, it's got to make them feel really good too, because they're actually giving back and somebody's benefiting. Got to be great for youth. Folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the bottom of the screen, you're going to see their contact information. If basically you've never experienced martial arts before, or basically you're a veteran out there that's looking for a dojo that basically will help you move along to the next level, you can check them out there. You can also see some of the instructors there on the website, and obviously the different styles that they provide as well. Let me ask you this. You said you're basically a student of learning these disciplines. How does it make you feel now, as you probably have seen some basically children walk in, evolving and becoming very self-confident? What's that like?
It's overwhelming. Whew. Let's start that one over.
That's awesome.
Okay. So yeah,
that's what it should be.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming. You know, we've had kids come in here and be bullied, and a couple years later, they come thank us for that.
And you know that firsthand. So basically you understand what it's like to walk in and basically be transformed little by little, piece by piece. I think you're doing a great service here to the folks here in Colorado Springs. We had to come out here. Folks, that is the Wolfpack Martial Arts. Last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their contact information. And just keep in mind, basically, if you've got a student out there, a child who basically you think would benefit from these type of disciplines, he's got a great program out here like the project-based leadership that is brand new for their dojo here. He can walk you through the steps and basically get your student signed up, or you as an adult, or like he said, bring the family together. As once said, the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.